Frank had a great quote. She said, "The nicest part about journaling is being able to write down all my thoughts and feelings. Otherwise, I might suffocate." Today, this is BethWe in the Koinonia Kitchen, and I want to talk to you about journaling. I have found that journaling is one of the best disciplines I've ever started. And it's been decades that I've been journaling, and I journal pretty regularly, almost every day. So let's face it, starting any discipline is going to be difficult. So why am I going to convince you to journal? I have to tell you, you are going to commit to journaling for 30 days if you take my lead here. 30 days. That's a short amount of time, and you can listen to this, choose to journal, and try it for 30 days. And I promise you, if after 30 days you've gained nothing, you can put your pen down and not pick it up again. But I will tell you what, I can teach you a method, but I can't make you willing to employ it. That's going to be up to you. I can tell you this, the biggest roadblock to getting the rewards of the connection you get from journaling is unwillingness or a lack of commitment. Laziness and sloth are really tough foes, but you are stronger. Don't let the mind numb rob you of the benefits of doing this discipline. I'm just asking for 10 minutes every day for 30 days. Have you been stuck? Journaling will help you get out of it. This is the vehicle back to the land of the living. I'm asking you, 30 days, try journaling. Come on, say it with me. I will try it. So let's talk briefly about a journal. A journal is a series of writing in response to our daily thought life. It's different than a diary that's just full of stories about what happened. It's not just a list of activities. This is really a day full of reflections, things that we thought about, things that happened, times that we saw ourselves more clearly. There are many famous journalers that you may have heard of. You want me to throw a few names out there for you? I'm not asking you to join a team of losers. Thoreau, Steinbeck, Virginia Woolf, Emerson, Lewis and Clark, Kurt Cobain, Anne Lamott, Ronald Reagan, Thomas Merton, Kafka. The list goes on and on. There are so many people that are regular journalers. Why? Because it works. It makes us purposeful. It makes us feel useful in life. Our connection is clear with our higher power, with our true self, and what we want to give to other people. Is a journal written for an audience? No, it's just for you. Well, for you and your higher power. I want you to write your journal for you and for God alone. I promise you that this technique will assist you in recognizing the specific voice of your higher power hidden in your heart. It's there. You just might not recognize it yet because that voice gets crowded out with daily demands, with complaints, with musings and whining. The ego just goes on and drowns it out. But the journal, it's going to give you a voice daily, and you will become more conscious of your regular connection with your source. You know, ego versus true self. I've been teaching about that for decades. And it's important to know why we work in one and not in the other. And maybe that will help if I just tell you what the differences are. Ego is based in fear, but your true self, your authentic self, is based in love. Ego, my happiness depends on my circumstances in ego, but not in true self. In true self, I'm joyful from connection, not from circumstance. The ego is a holder of false beliefs. The true self is the holder of truth, and it recognizes truth when it hears it. The ego lives only in my mind. The true self is one with the entire universe. I am part of creation in my truest self. Ego, separation is a way of life. I'm going to compare myself with you over and over and I'm always separating. I'm either better or worse forever and ever ad infinitum. But true self, connection is the way of life. I identify. There's an innate connection between us. I'm looking for that spark of energy that makes me want to know more about you. Since connection is a function of the true self, why would you not connect? I mean, what's the value of connection? We were created to connect. It makes us feel better physically, mentally, spiritually. I remember years ago, the University of Chicago did a study on adults and discovered that those who scored highest on measures of loneliness also scored highest on blood pressure readings. High blood pressure is the leading cause of heart disease. Lonely people had about 50 points higher on their blood pressure cuff. And it becomes greater and greater as we age, especially if the loneliness is increasing. So the journal will fight loneliness in 3 ways. You ready? First, that beautiful pearl inside that best demonstrates the high standing of your birthright. I call your true self. That's the beautiful pearl, your true self. And as truth is uncovered, change will begin. You'll move out of fear and into love. It sounds great, but that doesn't mean that you're always going to be comfortable, so don't get excited. Getting to know and love our true self is demanding, but it's always worth it in the end. We get to lay aside pretense or inferiority or superiority, and we just get to be real. It's really good stuff. That's the first. You'll get to know your true self. The second connection opportunity comes with others. We all desire right standing with our brothers and sisters. We all want to belong, but some of us are slow on the uptake for this part. You'll see how we manage this aspect in just a few minutes of journaling. You'll be writing about trying to connect and not hitting the mark, or how easily connection came with someone else. This will be recorded, and you'll have tangible evidence that you want to connect. The third connection opportunity we'll look at today is with the divine. Don't stress. You can think of the God of your understanding. I'm not pushing mine right now. And as we move forward, whether it's community with nature or paying homage in a church somewhere, I want you to connect with your higher power, because our goal is to improve and enhance the connection so miracles will become commonplace in your life. Are you shaking your head? Miracles, commonplace? Well, almost any spiritual study teaches the truth, whether you're studying Christianity, Judaism, A Course in Miracles, the 12 Steps of Recovery, Buddhism, the list goes on and on. But the deal is, you will start to see miracles in everyday living. I remember my friend Jean Sirianni. She once told me that if you live the 12 steps, there are some unusual promises that will come into your life. And one of them, it says, there is a direct linkage among self-examination, meditation, and prayer. Taken separately, these practices can bring much relief and benefit, but when they are logically related and interwoven, the result is an unshakable foundation for life. So that's the deal. I don't care about which reason you're looking for. I don't care if you're looking for the 12 steps for direction. I think everybody needs an unshakable foundation for life. So I want you to think about journaling. And I'm going to ask you to try my method. It's called Spiritual Heat, and you will write each day a little bit on H, E, A, and T. To start your journal, I want you to spend a couple minutes honoring God. H is for honor. Honor the higher power. Say something wonderful. I sometimes use the words, the lyrics of songs like how sweet it is to be loved by you. I might write that down. E is examine. I'm not asking for a huge inventory. I just want your wins and losses from the day before. Did you say something mean to somebody? Did the guy who was trying to cut you off in traffic, did you go by and flip him a bird? Where were your wins? Where were your losses? Did you take your dog for a nice long walk and brush him out really good? What are the wins? What are the losses? Were you kind to the old lady at the grocery store and took her cart away so she didn't have to try to figure out how to push it between the cars? Whatever you have, examine every day. A is for ask. There's a man named James who says, you have not because you ask not. So ask. Ask your higher power for what you need. Bless the people you want to bless. Write blessings down. Bless my family. Bless my children. Bless me. Whatever it is, ask for the things you need. God, I'm tight on money, I'm afraid. Please help me with this fear. Make me feel more financially secure. Whatever it is, ask. And the last one is thank. Write 5 new things that you're grateful for each day. It might be the fact that you were born after the man who created air conditioning on a really hot day. It might be the flavor of a pineapple. It might be that you have an aloe plant growing nearby when you burned yourself. 5 new things each day. Don't repeat them. You can be grateful for your son, for example, but that's it. He only gets 1 mention. But you could be grateful for the look he makes when he's going to try and lie to you, and you know the look. That's a different thing. Do you get it? 5 new things every day. I beg of you to commit to this process for at least 30 days. It's a big order, I know, but the payback will be worth it. You'll see. I promise. And when you see me next time, say you were right about that journaling, because I am different because I did it. I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWe.com.